Like every scene.
But the producers are that's any show.
It is. They're
Like,
feeding
But
each other.
it's like this is weird to me. It's like, okay, if they were smoking pot like that, somebody would say something. You know what I mean? Like every scene that you see that somebody's just drinking, somebody's just smoking weed.
Yeah,
they would say something about it.
But something else they do on those shows. This is like a small, minor note, but I think they don't use like see-through glass, like as their cups. All the cups always you can't see, so that when they do the cuts, you don't know how far.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
it's the editing thing. A lot of shows do that shit.
Yeah, like remember Real World, Road Rules, and all that shit.
Yo, Road Rules was Real World was the best shit. I remember the Hawaii one.
Who was
way back in the day?
Vaguely.
I remember that being like the one I was like, yo, this TV shit is cool. This reality TV shit is cool.
That's when MTV was like
good.
It was Netflix now. Like everybody went to that shit to watch.
Black Mirror. You guys watch Black Mirror?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's old. I don't know. I find things out later. My son tells me what to watch.
No, I love Black Mirror. Good. How many kids you got?
3.
Nice. What's the age range?
20 years. I have a 38-year-old stepdaughter.
Okay.
Madison will be 28. Madison, you know who she comes to the shows. Yeah. And then my son will be 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Madison's your oldest.
She's my middle.
Middle. Okay.
Well, yeah. And then my son I adopted when he was a baby from Baltimore.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's the love of my life.
So when did you come to Maryland?
I came to Maryland in 1993, 92, 93.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You always in the same area, or have you bounced around in different areas?
I've been in the same. G-Burg, which is great.
So from 93, you came around Montgomery County?
I did.
Damn.
Yeah. I actually moved here in Arlington for the first 6 months with my best friend, and I got a job and actually came to like date around and live with my best friend, and I got a job and I met my husband, and the rest was history.
Nice.
Damn.
So yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
Then I left.
What motivated you to leave in the first place?
I think I just outgrew where I lived. It was Long Island. It's not small.
It's not the city. Yeah, it's not the city.
It's not the city.
Yeah.
Although I loved to go in and I had access to go in and out, but
I guess boring after a while.
Yeah.
It's like us going to DC over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like all right, whatever.
Yeah, I think I outgrew it, but I love it. I still call it my home. But here.
Is it like the same type of setup as like New York City? Like skyscrapers?
No.
That type of look?
Suburbia.
Mm-hmm.
We should take a trip there. You never been to Long Island?
I've never been to Long Island.
We should do like a couples trip there. Like for real.
My man's in love. He trying to double date.
Not even, man. I'm saying, it's me and you. It's not gonna be fun. Like, we gotta go.
What do you mean? It's gonna be funner.
No,
we didn't say that.
I've been there.
I just said, hey, let's we rolling? Let's bring the show. Today's a very special show. Our guest today has set the bar for future guests to come. You see my co-host Ish at the end of the couch snacking on a Danish over there.
She bought food, so did you order?
Laura Williams, right? Everybody. A round of applause, Laura Williams.
Much appreciated.
All you other fucks that were our guests, you guys didn't bring shit.
Yeah.
Laura brought cookies, Danishes, hot chocolate, Jameson.
Oh shit!
There's hot chocolate in the thing.
I'm leaving mid-camera.
You can take a hot chocolate break in a second.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, so we want to thank you because now we feel shitty because we didn't have like a whole array of things. Oh, Figaro the cat. He's been joining our episodes.
Oh, she bought weed too.
Oh yeah, sure did.
I wasn't gonna put it out. Yeah, she did.
I'll say it. Got it from a friend.
She did.
From a friend.
She did. And now I feel shitty because we didn't bring anything for you.
You brought me here. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
You are our first woman on Did You Order ever. So for what it's worth, we give you that title.
Thank you. I'll take it. I will take it.
We've become friends with Laura through the open mic scene. I think we started around the same time, all of us, April, May of this past year. And throughout the summer, we've been pretty consistent, seeing each other at different open mics. And we love your energy. You're so friendly. Your presence on stage is something special. And we were like, who who better to have on than Laura
Oh,
to
well,
shoot the shit with? So,
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. I feel the same way about both of you guys
oh,
your crew.
oh, thank you, Brandon. We got a camera on Brandon now. He's
and
shaved.
Brandon.
A Halloween episode, Brandon wore
He grew a mustache.
he had a mustache and he had a cowboy costume on, and apparently the fans have now named him Brokeback Brandon.
Oh, right. Yeah, I saw that episode. I saw that.
We're not going to roll
Good
with
name.
that, but if it sticks, it sticks. You know what I mean?
Some people might.
But Laura, I guess we'll start where we're at and then go backwards with you. So, like, what made you want to do stand-up comedy? We all started at the same time. What made you want to pop in?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I quite honestly think that I'm probably not as funny as I think I am, but I just wanted to dabble in it. I kind of think I'm funny. I'm pretty sarcastic. I started writing things in my phone just for the heck of it. And about a year or two, I went home, to New York, and my mom had some friends over, and I'm like, let me just try a couple of things. And
so you tried it on your mom's
I tried
friends.
it. Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
So a bunch of older Long Island women sitting
Exactly.
around like, what? That's a tough crowd.
Yeah.
That's a tough crowd.
So I figured I'd continue to roll with it. And I really didn't do much. I just kind of continued writing some things down on my phone.
Was your first mic at Give a Hoot?
It was.
Oh.
So what happened was it was always in the back of my mind, but my son had come home one night and he said, "Hey, Mom, my friend Gustavo, who's 22."
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
Quite the name.
Yeah, he did a little stand-up last night. And I'm like, he did? And I said, where? And he told me where.
Give a Hoot.
Yeah, Give a Hoot. And I'm like, well, if Gustavo can do it,
I
I can do it. And I went
Gustavo?
the next 2 weeks just to kind of watch.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then
I didn't notice that about you. I remember that for the first time we did Cellar, she was in the crowd, and I was like, "You going up?" She's like, "No, I'm just watching." She's a studier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you get comfortable too. Like even me before Give a Hoot, I watched 2-3 weeks before going up, seeing a few people bomb. Like,
well,
Gustavo can do this.
Exactly.
I can do this.
Right, exactly. I'm not going to set myself up, right? So yeah, I kind of study if it's,
What do your kids think about it? I've seen that they've
That's
been
a
in the
good
crowd
question.
and whatnot.
Because your daughter, she comes to support.
Yeah.
And your husband. Yeah, well, they're both,
Yeah.
That's got to be fun.
Listen, this is me. Like every 2 years, I have a new journey. Whatever it is, they're very supportive. Whether it lasts or not, who knows? I'm having fun. When things stop being fun, that's when I say, I'm bored. I'll move on.
So they're supportive, though.
Oh, they're so supportive.
That's great. Because it would be hard if your kids would be like, "Mom, you're not funny."
Oh, no. Well, you didn't say that. I mean, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they think I'm funny, but.
The way that your daughter comes with supports, I think I think you're funny. I think that you have something that, let me say this right and politically correct, because on the past few episodes, I've been saying some shit wrong. Out of the white women that I've seen perform at Give a Hoot, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
You have a unique voice.
Yes, for sure.
Am I good, Brandon?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, but a voice like so loud, obnoxious,
commanding. It's similar to what people have said to us.
Oh, is it? You want to listen to it?
Well, no, not voice.
Your perspective, the way that you present your jokes, your premises, the whole work of what.
Not tonal like your voice and how it vibrates or how it sounds, but more about your identity is a better word.
I see.
Your comedic identity. There you go.
Your comedic identity.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like what you're talking about isn't like necessarily something that's hack that's going to be topical that you might hear 1,000 other women talk about. It's specific to you.
It's a very unique
which
stories.
we're learning is what works for us.
Right.
When we talk about us and our lives.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that comes off more natural, more organic, and it's not like a forced joke. You know what I mean? Like,
out of all the things I've done, I think stand-up is the most emotional roller coaster and like the closest you can get to like that adrenaline rush and risk without dying. So my question for you would be, how has it affected you like in your mental and kind of like the things you think about, and like it makes you learn about yourself, right?
It does. And sometimes like, when a Wednesday comes or a night of a show or an open mic that I've signed up for comes, like I'm anxious all day and I'm like, why am I doing this myself? Why would anyone do this to themselves? And then you go up and the second the mic's in your hand, everything just, goes away. And I was like, gosh, why did I get myself so crazy? But I think the reason I like that adrenaline rush is it pushes me to the limit. I think in life when I get too complacent or anyone gets not even bored, but I want that feeling. I think I thrive from that. I think,
That's awesome. I feel the same way. It's like things that make me uncomfortable or things that are scary, you kind of feel like you want to dive into it. And then when you start doing that over years and years, you just look for some more things to do that. And stand-up has been that for me. Just like, this sucks and is great and makes you feel shitty and happy. It's a high. It's just a way to look into yourself.
I agree. And even the 5 minutes, I feel like after 5 minutes, I feel like I've just vomited in a good way, a release. I feel like it's like a
therapy.
Don't know. It's definitely, it's like a revival.
Yeah.
Even
when you bomb, you sit there and the way that you self-reflect on it and like get like the drive to do it again.
Yeah.
It's like, that's you're part crazy, like, first off. And then like, but it also shows like a different side of you. Like it brings another side of you. And no matter what age, remember that one dude that used to come in here, like, I think he was 72 just started doing comedy. The dude that does the tours. The DC tours.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen him in a while. He does those DC walks.
Oh, okay.
Like the historical walk. I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name right now. But yeah. And he just started. I didn't know that.
He just started within the last 2-3 years. And he's 72 years old.
That's beautiful
for him. It's great.
But like you said, it's a way to be introspective.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a way to like people journal, right? But now you're taking your journal and you're going on stage. You're just being vulnerable in front of everybody.
It's like I guess it's kind of like slam poetry.
It is slam poetry. That's great, man. So you've been doing it for the past, just like us, 6 or 7 months. Who was Laura before that? You said every 2 years you have a new identity, right? Like, talk us through some of these identities. What life has Laura lived? Who else was Laura?
What was the one that you hated the most, and what was the one that you loved the most?
Okay, well, I have been working with MCPS, Montgomery County Public Schools, for the last 15 years, and I have loved every single job I've had with that. So that's just my have-to job, right? That's what I have to do. But things that I dabbled in just because I was interested in. I always wanted to kind of be like a dental hygienist. So I would go to my dentist.
Don't look at my teeth right now.
Yeah.
Cleaning.
Yeah. So he would, I'd go to my dentist and he needed like a dental assistant at one time. I was like, do you want to be a dental assistant? I'm like, all right. So I dabbled in that for a little bit.
I could see you being a dental assistant.
Yeah.
For sure.
Although the first time that my dentist did an extraction on someone's tooth, the dental assistant wears those masks in case any, blood or saliva comes on the glass. So the woman whose teeth were being extracted looked at me and saw my face of horror because I was watching what was happening. And I knew that I couldn't do this job. She told the doctor to stop, the dentist, and she got out of the chair and gave me the biggest hug. And she said, "It's going to be okay. I'm
That's
okay."
Hilarious. That's hilarious. Can you imagine if that was like a kid and they're sitting and looking at like, oh shit, what's happening to me?
I mean, my face was, So,
oh my gosh, bless that lady's heart.
Yeah.
For helping you through that.
Right. That's funny.
I've ended up loving the dentist now. I used to hate the dentist.
Yeah,
like most people who hate the dentist.
They don't love it.
But I've gone through so many bad things at the dentist, like for tooth extractions and root canals.
I mean, going to a dentist.
But now I'm like, all right, let's get it going. I put on headphones and I Red Hot Chili Peppers.
As a kid, that shit sucks as a kid because it's probably because your teeth are fucked up.
The sounds, the drills, the cavities.
You gotta sit there with your mouth fucking open the whole time and like there's this shit digging in it. Like sometimes you can't feel it. Like, it's a fucked up thing to go to.
But now they have the children's dentistry, where like they probably have the video games and the little chairs and kind of like the barbershops now. Yeah, so they have all that now.
I didn't even think about that.
Children's dentistry.
Cool.
So,
most people want to just be knocked out, though, right? Like when they get something done, they're like, "Put me out."
Mm-hmm.
There was a place that used to do
cartoon cuts.
Cartoon cuts.
Yeah. My man.
Right.
There you go.
You used to go there, Brandon?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Explains everything. Yeah. That's why he loves everything technical.
That shit was a cool thing. It was a cool ass idea.
Would they have you just playing video games in the chair and shit?
Now, in the waiting area, there was like video games and shit. Like before you get a haircut, like. Okay, here's the Nintendo 64. Play away.
Yeah.
That's just a black barbershop. That's literally what you're.
Well, it should be for kids though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. Yeah, no, I was my brown Pakistani dad. He didn't know where to take me. So
Haircuttery?
yeah,
Haircut
straight up.
$9, he good.
Yeah. People who just graduated cut my hair forever.
I used to go to this Chinese.
Yo, did
dude.
you ever have a bowl cut?
Hell yeah.
All right. Did you have a bowl cut?
Oh, the bowl cut.
A bowl cut.
Man, I
Did
remember
your
one
son
time-
ever had a bowl cut?
No.
She said,
No,
fuck
no.
I
I
wouldn't-
remember one time, like, all right, so this lady that used to cut my hair, she never used to really cut it like right? So then one time my uncle decided he was gonna cut that shit. He cut it so bad, I went back to the lady and she was like, what the fuck happened here? Like, it's like
Oh man. So I was the uncle.
Oh yeah.
All right. So dentistry.
All right, dentistry.
Oh, is that the one you hated, or you like? You
It
like
was
that?
okay. It was
Okay.
okay.
All right.
What else did I do? I sold shit like Pampered Chef and candles, the whole thing. Sex
Okay.
toys at one time. I just
What?
went crazy.
Sex toys.
Yeah.
All right.
you
Good
know,
thing your daughter's
huge
not here to
market.
make her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
with this
Well, she
conversation.
sells them. No, she doesn't.
Oh.
She just has the parties.
She just only has OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's it,
Uh,
what I
the reason I
was-
asked because and let me be politically correct again. I'm watching my steps nowadays. So because we were talking about the years we graduated earlier, and I'm not gonna even say the year you graduated, but the point I'm trying to get at is for whatever age you are, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Like I
Thank
think we all agree on that. Everyone
You're so
at the
sweet.
mics who sees
she looks
you,
younger than Remy.
dude, everyone,
Oh,
a
you guys are
13-year-old
sweet.
looks.
You
I mean,
guys
a
are sweet.
46-year-old looks younger than Remy. What are you talking about, man?
Yo, what's funny is because the other
Yeah, we
day-
have to say something about Remy's age every
yeah, no, I'm
episode.
gonna mention it right now.
How old is Remy? He's
Oh,
like
this is great. How old do you think he is?
I think I may have asked them, but I
Uh-huh.
think I want to say 28.
He's 41.
Wait, what? You're kidding, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
God
I
damn
was
it.
like-
I should have kept that
I
going.
was like,
Should have kept that going. But my point is that you
I
look
think he's
great
24,
for your
right?
age.
Isn't he 24?
I was 24.
26. Or
He's
20,
26?
27. He just had his
27,
birthday.
okay, yeah. Sam's
he's-
younger, right?
Sam's the baby of the
Yeah.
crew.
Oh,
He's
is
like
he Sam?
22 or 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Sam's super young.
I know his face. It's
Yeah.
you can't
Sam's
you
super
know,
young.
can't tell by that face.
But he's so
That
sweet. They're all
chin
so sweet.
is-
All you guys are
Oh,
very
thank
kind
you.
and
Well,
sweet.
well, you are too, and
Yeah.
that's the point I'm trying to make is maybe your energy is what makes you young, keeps you young, but you've lived quite the life. You came to Montgomery County in '93, and you
Yeah.
were in Long Island before that. So, like, I'm not trying to make it sound like you're a boomer or anything, but you've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was well exposed, I think, in a good way.
When was your first exposure to comedy, like in life? Because you said you were into Kill Tony. You're into comedy before stand up, right?
Yeah.
like,
So what
yeah.
I think what happened was, oh my gosh, I'm going to say 30 years ago. My mom, we would go into the city frequently, New York, and she took my sister and I to see a comedy show.
Mm.
It was two women side by side were doing it, and we got second row seats. And I said to my mom, because she has a loud kind of laugh, I said, whatever you do not embarrass me and do my
that's
sister
funny.
and crack up, because,
Don't be crowd work.
Right.
You
and it was a
weren't-
really small theater. So, like, you would be able to see the person who's acting a fool. Well, the show starts,
Mom starts cracking up.
and mom's not the one cracking up. It's me. I fucking lost it. The ladies had to kind of stop.
Do you remember the jokes?
Gosh, it was so
30
long.
years
It was,
ago.
it was-
Hey,
you know what?
hey.
It was. It seemed like it was just more of a banter between the two of them.
That's cool
You know,
though for
but-
you as a young woman to go
Yeah.
up there and see two women on stage
Yeah.
bantering.
Yeah.
Like,
And I lost it. And I was like, oh my God. It felt so, it always feels good to laugh, right? And I think I've always laughed at myself, at other people, but mostly at myself. But when I heard myself laugh, like that real, true, like,
Belly laugh. The deep
yeah, belly laugh, like
yeah.
it was funny. I was like, oh my God, I would love to make people laugh.
is your family like that? Like,
I was gonna say most people start is like they relate to their family. It's like their some uncle or whatever like was they thought was
or
hilarious
something, even
like
like
that.
you're with your kid. There's some like, what is it like when you guys are together? Are you guys joking on each other? Is it funny? Is it
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where
Oh
it comes
yeah.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Oh
right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Some can give it, some can take it, some
Yeah,
can
and if
both.
you can't
somebody
take it,
either.
you know, go live in the
Right,
attic or whatever.
Right. But if you don't have a sense of humor,
I think it's the funniest thing when the person that can't take it walks away and the conversation afterwards.
right, right. Yeah.
That's the funniest shit.
It always comes from family, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
And I feel like the style of humor is always like, if your family's the type of just rag on you, it
Or
shows in your comedy.
Even like, are you taking it? Even if you don't get it at home, right? You can go to the school, and then your
Oh,
friends,
yeah.
like that's your school bus would do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Especially growing up in Maryland. I mean, I feel like that's a given.
I think it's such a unique thing.
Man,
with the
Brandon, that
diversity we
triggered
have.
something. Brandon was like, I used to get bullied.
Yeah.
He
That RM.
He had the face like, man. Nah, man. But we
But
all.
I think the Maryland, the diversity in this area is very unique. And like you
It
get
is.
exposed to a lot of different cultures that you normally wouldn't. Yo, you know what's crazy? I started watching this show, dog. All right, y'all gonna laugh at this shit. You ever seen Wife Swap?
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yo,
Yeah.
I started rewatching
Pornhub,
it.
right?
I started
Oh, no,
re-
sorry. Something else.
Yeah.
I
It's like
started
what-
rewatching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wife swap,
I started
yeah.
rewatching. I said, "Oh my god!" Like some of the shit that they touched on that show was insane. Like
It was all racial.
it was one. It was racial, and they would also do like, all right, this one's like an army level, and this one's like a tree hugger, and they would match them
Oh,
two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like somehow, like the two of them would come to like an agreement with each other's lives. I'm like, it'll.
I mean,
It's the
everyone's the
craziest shit.
same in one way or another, right?
Yeah.
We all kind of want the same thing. I feel like that's what that show was showing.
That show is crazy. Like I'm rewatching it now. I'm just like, what the fuck were we doing? Like,
You said you're a Housewives fan
Did I say that?
earlier.
she said she's not, but she knows
Really?
everything about it.
What's
somehow.
wrong with that?
I said I know people who are,
Oh, okay.
but yeah,
Your friend.
yeah,
right?
my
Oh,
friends.
my fiance
What?
loves this. I mean,
Well,
there's
I might
nothing
know a
wrong with that.
couple just from like the news.
Well,
or-
like the reality TV, like
Would you go to BravoCon?
I,
would go to what?
BravoCon. So I
it's
found out about
happening
this shit,
now.
right?
Yeah.
So it's Bravo. It's like
Bravo.
Comic Con, but like all the Bravo shit.
well,
Yeah,
they're-
both
Wow.
they're- it's
Yeah.
happening now.
Yo, apparently
Is-
there's
oh, you're
yeah,
like, I should be there. Is that-
Vegas.
yo the
is that
tickets
where
on
you're
it sell out like
I know
ASAP.
they do.
Like they sell out within seconds.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's what I'm saying. It's, not,
It's-
no
it's
nothing
nuts.
to be ashamed of.
I'm just saying.
Ish,
Why do I randomly know this shit? I randomly know this shit.
Why are
What
you
am I-
getting defensive, dog?
I'm not at all.
Are you trying to tell us something?
I'm not. What at all?
No,
I'm
I
just
do
randomly
watch
know this shit.
while my fiance watches all these shows. I'm like in the background, so I know character. 90 Day Fiance is another one.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like that was growing up. That was all my cousins. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a visa
Yes,
to
right,
come over
exactly,
here.
yeah.
You know
Look,
what
I
mean?
knew this shit was taking over when my girl's DVR and my mom's DVR was the same DVR.
Same shows.
It's the same exact shit. It's the same shit.
All right, this is our chance right now.
Mhm.
We've we've never had a woman on, right? Now we can ask the women questions, right?
Go.
What is it with serial killer shows, like the
yeah.
reality TV stuff, like all? And I'm not judging. My fiance loves it. I periodically check in, right? I know the
Yeah.
guy Ed with Head and Shoulders, the guy
Right.
with no neck from
Right.
Ed, all
Right.
that. I know people from the show, right? So like, what is it about those shows that women find so appealing? Are you one of those women? Are you?
Not me personally,
Oh,
but
okay.
from what I've been told,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
is
Of course.
that it's a free and cheap escape
Ah.
from anything.
You know what I hear when you say that? This is what
do
it
tell.
translates into my brain. It's a chance to feel risk and adrenaline close to death.
No, I
Oh,
think you're
okay.
wrong.
Okay.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I think it's also curiosity. I think it's a huge side of curiosity that brings it's like an intrigue of like
Is there anything sexual about it?
no. I think it's a more so like can we get away with it type thing. Like is it possible type thing.
I think it's just like it could be, yeah, maybe like a split. Like, oh, you want to love these women? Are you jealous from the women, or you can't believe these women? Like, do these women have a life? Do you think for a minute you want to be part of this? Do you want
It's
to?
like Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies.
I love that movie.
I think
Is that a
it's
good reference for that? Who we're
I
talking
think
about?
a big part
You
of
nailed it.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love. It's one of the best movies. Ever.
Yes.
Yeah. What were you
Yeah.
saying?
the fascination with just watching other people. I think that's another thing too. It's like, okay, this is how other people live. I think that's the same thing with like all reality shows, like back to like the MTV thing.
That's why Hoarders is interesting.
Yeah,
Your 600-pound life.
600 pounds is gonna.
Has your friends ever seen 600-Pound Life?
No, something about sisters, maybe.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
a friend told me about a sister, like 500-pound twin sisters or something like that.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's the joint with that little doctor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Is that the one with the little doctor? Like, you have not lost weight yet.
Yeah.
You cannot get
I never walked in a room on that. Like, I haven't walked in on that one yet.
Yet.
But it's a trope, right? Women and the serial killer shows and all that stuff. Men, our shows are like, do we get in the show? We like watching stupid shit. Like South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
I love South Park too.
Oh, shit.
I feel like,
Okay.
yeah, there's a mix. Like, I don't know. There's like a good mix of it. Like, because there's Game of Thrones, but then like girls like Game of Thrones too. So there's also like,
Okay.
I think most guy shows, like you said, we do dope shit.
Yeah. I did say that because like he's referencing he's referencing my fiance. I don't want to go anywhere she wants to go, but she wants to go everywhere I want to go. And I'm like, it's because everything I do is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I get it. I get it.
God damn it, we gotta stop. We're
get it.
being politically incorrect
I
right
get
now. We're not bashing when we love women. We love you, hence why you're on this show. We're reeling it back right now. We're reeling it back.
We don't need you to love us.
We want to
So,
There we go.
We
There
don't
we go.
need. We don't
That's
need
important.
You
You're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to love yourself, right?
Dude, no, just don't go deeper. You're going deeper. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. All right, bring it back. You know what was the first reality show ever on TV?
that you've watched?
No, period. Like in history. Do any of you guys know?
I'm gonna guess like Survivor.
Nah, hold on.
Good guess.
Or like that race across the Amazing Race.
What's this shit?
Incorrect, but good
America's
guess.
Funniest Home Videos.
Good guess. Cops.
Ooh.
Cops
yes.
is the first reality
I
show
see it.
to ever air on TV. I used to watch that show. There's a dilemma, and I think I was talking to somebody about shows like that. Are they taking like bait car, right? Are they taking
Fucking
advantage of people in poverty? And like, are you one of those people, either of you guys, that watch those shows and be like, this is wrong? Or do you watch those shows and be like, you idiot?
Yo, I just sometimes I remember Bait Car. There's a couple cops.
Do you know Bait Car, Laura?
Bait Car?
Bait Car.
No.
Okay. Explain Bait Car.
Is that a show?
Yes. So it's one of the best shows in American history.
What?
So
I've never heard of it.
So they have a car, then they place it in the hood.
The police place the car.
It's the police do it. So and then they leave the keys running or whatever. Like they basically leave it in a way that it's stealable.
Cameras all in the car.
Everything cameras are in the car.
Steal it.
Yeah.
And
then,
people steal it.
Yeah. And then you see the different people and like there's some people that know it. Like they'll get into the car and be like, this is it. I already know it's coming. It's coming. As soon as they see, like, I was like, okay, that car's still following me. This is coming, and then just wait for it. But this one guy in particular, I was so happy.
It's pure comedy.
So like, he drove with the door open
They don't arrest the people though, do
every
they?
time.
Oh, yeah, every
Felonies.
single time. It's
Grand Theft Auto.
It's blatant entrapment, right?
Yeah.
It's blatant
They do
entrapment.
not do that.
Yes.
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 Wait, what?
Yeah. So, and they're controlling the car. So as the person takes the car, within 45 seconds of them pulling off,
they can shut it down.
switch off the engine, surround the person, arrest them, cameras like it's cheaters.
And where is this in? What location?
Oh,
Everywhere.
all across
All
all
the
the
place, yeah.
hoods
so
in
my
America.
question to you is what's the demographic
Here we go.
of the
Here we
people
go.
that are getting arrested?
There's Latinos, there's blacks, there's a lot more blacks.
I got thirsty right at that moment.
There's exactly what you would think. What
I
they would go
mean,
after.
full disclosure, my son who I adopted is black.
Okay.
So I raised white girls and a black son.
Okay. So context. We got context.
So I'm letting you know.
okay.
It's exactly what you would think it is.
It
It's
is.
exactly
It's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course
exactly what
it
you
is.
think
Yeah,
it
it's like, what race are the guys that go to catch a predator,
Yeah.
White and Indian.
Yeah. Well, someone did something like that the other day for Halloween. That they put a big bowl of candy out, right? And it said, "We're not home. Please take one." And they set their ring up, right? They set their ring up, and people came up and took one, but one family didn't.
Oh.
They hoarded all the fucking candy.
Oh,
So now
God.
homeowner who baited that is is
circulating
the video
on
of,
Next or whatever next door.
of the neighbors who that's a little bait. The baiting kind of.
Okay,
come on,
is that wrong?
I mean,
that's a great. We switched the example. Is that wrong? Who's in the wrong? The family.
Hold on. If you change that candy for money, how does that conversation change?
If you change the candy into a car.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, there's a lot of different things that you can change this to.
Are you telling me that they arrest the people?
Yes.
Yeah, they arrest
Grand
them.
Theft Auto.
Yeah, they arrest them. They charge them.
But this is no one told these people to hop in this car. This is a car. It's not your car. But you're gonna hop in that car, and the argument is you're going into poverty-stricken areas. You're taking advantage of people. And
what's the point of that? What's the point of this?
American laughter.
Got it.
And also they're also trying to show that. All right, look. Here's what I think. My big picture, right?
Ooh, here we go.
Always
we're going deep.
I'm going off the deep end, right?
Here we go.
All right, so I think this type of shit was going on way before, and these cops were dying. They were dying laughing, watching this shit going on, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, somebody else got to see this shit and put it on TV.
Yeah.
And some executive was like, you know what? This shit is actually really funny.
You're right. One of the cops was hanging out with his Hollywood producer friend
Like, what the fuck
over whiskey. They're playing these. He's dying. This is hilarious.
He's just fucking losing it.
Now they call up their lawyer buddy. Hey, how can we get around to putting this up? Oh, there's another point that we're realizing now. Those people, some way or another, have to sign off on that footage.
Yeah.
After they're arrested?
Yeah, so usually on cops, I know at least on cops and shows like that, they offer you a lump sum.
I see.
So it's like immediately after, like you'll
get
you're
your
like,
bill
yeah,
paid.
fuck
You
it.
get
So
your bill
most
paid.
people are like,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
I'm already poor. I'll take this $1,500.
Right,
Right.
So, okay, well.
Should I pass those cookies?
Cookies, yes.
Cookies.
Thank you again, Laura. I have to say that.
That's
This is so motherly and warm and I don't want to say woman-like. I feel like that's the wrong word. What would be the right? Usually people say motherly,
Brandon,
but what's the other term? Not.
Are you getting these cookies?
How about hospitable? How about
see, why do I gotta make it about gender? You're right.
Yeah, but I mean,
hospitable.
That's what we do.
Yes.
The Jewish mom.
You. Jewish mom. Oh, thank you so much.
That's me. I think I will. Thank you.
Yo, all our guests.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say this now. If you don't bring nothing,
cheers.
Fuck y'all. If y'all don't bring nothing for us,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Not expected.
We got candy. Hold on, I can offer her something.
Oh, we got something.
I saw your show.
She don't want that shit, dog. Put that cheap ass candy away. She don't want that cheap ass candy.
Where's the bear shit?
I like this. Here, thank you. Oh, look at treats.
Yeah, she gone. Sorry, we feel so bad now. But you know what you've taught us? It's all about you teaching us, right? You've taught us that from now on, for our guests, we'll have at least a water on ice or something for them.
No, fuck them.
Oh, man. So where were we at?
Cops.
It's the bait cars. Yeah, so, it's a great show. Check it out sometime.
I'll check it out.
Yo, y'all ever seen the Cops episode where the dude got away?
No.
All right, so this was funny as fuck one time. There was this dude on a dirt bike, and he was gone. This cop was chasing him with a car, and he got on the train track, just like Grand Theft Auto. He was going down the train track the whole way, like in between the train track. This dumbass cop tried to chase him, popped all his tires. The kid's at the end of the street, and he's just like,
I kind of do remember that. You know what's crazy? You made me remember. I saw, like, when I lived in LA, you get the local news. I'm sure everyone knows about the chases in LA that happen, right? We would see them live on the news. I would see people get away live on the news.
That's awesome.
So one day there was this dude in like a Hellcat. It was like Batman, bro. It's nighttime outside. He's flying. Cops can't catch him. You see him go downtown, disappear into a parking garage of some building. And they were just like, he's gone. He's gone.
That's it. Yep.
Like Batman. One time I was out in the middle of the street, like on the side of the street, just walking down the street. I see a chase fly by me, right? And I'll never forget this face. It's like a young woman and she's driving, and I'll never forget just the sheer like adrenaline and fear in her face as the cops are chasing her. I go home maybe 10, 15 minutes later, it's on the news. And she's jumping from building to building. Now she was like on roofs. Like
Jesus.
Yeah. And it's become like shared. It's like one of the more popular ones. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. LA is insane. Is Long Island insane like
No,
that?
Long Island's not insane. New York City, yeah, probably the same
Yeah.
as LA.
New York City is a realm of its own.
It is.
Yo,
It
I'm about
is.
to say something crazy.
Say
All
it.
right.
Say it.
You ready for this? You ever been chased by police?
Right,
Come
who
on,
you
man.
with?
What are we doing right now?
I'm just saying.
I mean,
Have you, Ish?
I got like 3 funny
I mean, you know, I have.
All right.
I wouldn't mind.
I broke a cop leg one time.
Come on,
You broke
dog.
a what?
What are we doing?
Wait, he broke a what?
He's trying to get arrested right now. You
That
broke
was
a
a long
cop's leg.
time ago. All right, there's 2 things. All right, one time. This one I just got. I was running from the cops, right? And me and my other friend were running, and this random other friend. This other friend was at the bus stop. He started running with us. He wasn't even a part of this shit. He started running with us.
I almost choked on the cookie. That was funny. That's good. Yeah, unfortunately, I have
For what?
alleged stuff. A friend.
A friend.
No, one time I ended up
Mistaken identity.
I ended up on a farm running one time at like 3 a.m. and like out of nowhere there was like a horse right there, like 4 feet from us, and I was like scared the horse was gonna bite us and shit. And then we kept walking a little bit, and like we were upset the whole night. But at one point in the night, it was the funniest part of the night. We like it's all quiet. We walking in the dark, just middle through somewhere in Gambrel State Park on a farm somewhere. And we turn around and look, there's a line of like 10 sheep in single file just following us. And both me and my man just started dying laughing. That was the only funny part of the night. But yeah, unfortunately I have. I mean, come on, yes, you think Laura's ran for the police? Come on, man, give her real quick.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
This is the part in the movie where you fast forward to a week from now and she's just like
Yeah.
barefoot running through the woods. I want to know, like New York, since it being a different realm, the crime there, the sheer anarchy, the rats and the rodents and the Timberlands. You know what I mean? Like, what is some of your experiences in New York? Like early on, like everyone knows New York now, but like you were in New York when New York was like the real big apple, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it's the greatest city in the world. I mean, haven't been to many great cities. I mean, tons of cities. The city that never sleeps. I think it's the energy, it's the food, it's the shows, it's the people, it's the pollution. It's I mean, it's
I love
the
how you threw that like the
smells.
pizza, another P, people, pollution,
It's a
pizza.
pizza.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
New York's new slogan.
I mean, there you
people,
go.
pollution, pizza.
Yeah, I mean, just I mean, every year, and I watch Elf on TV. The
Oh,
Christmas
my
it was on the other
God.
night, and like that
Hold
to
on.
me,
You're making me realize something right now.
Oh, Christmas
New
coming.
York is the Christmas capital of the world.
I agree.
It is. Every Christmas movie is based around New York.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Where
Home
was the
Alone
Christmas story?
2.
Mhm.
Where was Christmas Story? Is that New York? I bet you was upstate
It was
New York.
probably, it felt like
No,
outside.
Christmas Story was Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, so
Which is like New
it
York's
felt like a
step-cousin.
suburb of New
It's
York.
like New
yeah.
York's step's cousin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what Ohio is?
Man,
I went to college in Ohio.
it is the Christmas. I mean, they had the giant tree that everyone
Yeah,
where
Rockefeller
Kevin
Center.
found his mom.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
love that movie.
God,
God.
Elf is such a good
I
movie.
know. So yeah, I mean,
It
is
has its charm. New
Yes.
York does have its charm. I'll take back everything bad I
Yes.
said.
yes.
Because as someone who grew up in Maryland, like to go up to New York, it did feel like you were going to like somewhere
It was another
special.
state. It was
you know
another
what I mean?
country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did feel. You know what's crazy about the United States? Like certain states that you go to feels like another country.
Yeah.
You travel a lot. It seems like.
I try. Well, I try.
Yeah.
I like to travel.
Do you,
I-
do you mainly stay domestic?
We
Yeah,
do a little bit of both.
Sorry, before you answer, Ish's plate looks insane right now.
What's
He
it?
has a half of a cookie and Smarties.
I know.
What?
I got over here
That's
too.
the craziest
That's
combination.
good.
Smarties and cookies.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to get that out of the way because it was going to distract me.
The visual,
I
yeah.
had to acknowledge it. What domestically or international?
Both. We try and do family things. You know, both.
So where in the world have you been? Carmen, San Diego.
No,
Sorry.
I mean, not tons. I actually just got back from a trip from Ireland. I was there 2
Nice.
weeks ago
Oh.
with a girls' trip. which was fantastic.
He's a wee lad from Ireland.
Yes.
Oh, my Lucky Charms.
Yes. Magically delicious for sure.
So what was that like?
Amazing.
Ireland.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I heard it's very green and like luscious.
It
From
is.
the pictures, that's all I know.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
green. It was a little, spritzy and cloudy, but grass still green, beautiful.
How's the food?
I mean, I don't think they're known for their food. It's really the beer and the
Mm.
camaraderie.
That's what I
I
was
mean,
gonna
fish
say,
and
yeah.
chips,
Oh, yeah.
or some, bangers and mash and beef stew.
Where else do you go?
So I've been to Spain, which I love
Ooh.
Spain. I've been to Belgium.
Oh shit! All
Where's
right,
Belgium?
Belgium.
That
What's
was
Belgium
years
like?
ago. Mm,
What is?
Uh,
Where is Belgium?
um,
Near Germany?
I'm not sure how far from Germany.
Hungary?
Okay.
It sounded like one of those
No.
places, like Helga
I think
lives
it's
in.
in the same region.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was
I
good.
don't
I
have a
mean,
map. What was it?
They yodel there.
What's that globe?
what is it,
The globe is lost for now.
Huh.
Yeah, we used to have a globe. Belgium. So
Yeah.
what was that like?
My husband and I actually went for a business opportunity together.
Oh.
So it was, it was a little dreary. I mean, same thing, more very European. The
Mm.
beer, the
Are
camaraderie.
you a fucking double agent? What the fuck? Are you Mr. and Mrs. Jones or
Yeah,
Mr. Smith? What the
Smith.
fuck?
Is that
Me and
what
my
it is?
husband
Smith.
went to Belgium on a business
Business trip.
opportunity.
Separate business trip.
Are you said Mission Impossible was one of your favorite movies
Yeah.
earlier?
Lies.
You're either
And
a
True
secret
Lies.
agent or a swinger. It's
Yeah.
one or the
Yeah,
other.
put it all together.
It's one or the other right
It
now.
wasn't sex toys.
It was just like sex toys, like it was guns disguised as sex toys.
Right,
exactly.
Like it's that
Yeah.
movie. She
Oh,
pulls
that
out the
would be
dildo
good.
and screws on the
Bang, bang.
silencer.
That would be good.
It'd be a
It's
good
like
movie.
Antonio-
That's
it's-
good.
It's a good movie plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like Antonio Banderas and he pulls out the guitar, but it's like
Oh man, Belgium.
No, we're not spies.
So all these places are in Europe. So like big on Europe.
Well, it's just because I can't see myself. I would love to go like Thailand or,
Thailand, I
but it's the
definitely
plane
wanna go to.
ride.
Mm.
know?
I got you.
India, I'd love to go, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, you had the henna on your hand. You said they were celebrating Diwali.
Yeah, Diwali.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
the little dance.
Yeah.
When we were
Was
in,
it like this?
Yeah, just
Nah,
like
it's a
that.
light bulb joint.
Just like that.
It's a light bulb.
The light bulb dance?
Just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. How many Indians does it take to screw in a light bulb? Isn't that the joke? Never mind. Anyway, okay. In the flight, India. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what about you guys? Travel? Anybody?
I've only been. I mean, around the country. I've been on the coast. I've never been to Middle America. I drove across country one time.
Okay.
That was. I mean, I didn't make the stops I would wanted to, but it's because we were trying to just get from one end to another. Was running from the police. But that was interesting going through like Texas
Mhm.
because it was like going through Texas just felt like never ending and then flat.
Mhm.
And you realize how big Texas is. I went from
Texas is
Texas to
huge.
Maryland in 24
Texas
hours.
is massive.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
One of the few places that I went to that I felt like I would actually move to was Puerto Rico. I went there and everything was just felt so peaceful, whatever. Like I would genuinely move to Puerto Rico. I've been to Colombia. That was cool. Bucket list is Costa Rica.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
I think I said that before.
I know like 4 people recently that have been going to
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Yo,
Yeah.
every picture I've ever seen of Costa Rica looks like a postcard.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
It's pretty diverse,
pretty-
like animal. It's like Madagascar too. Like,
Yeah.
like with all the animals.
Rainforest and
Yeah,
all that.
and it's not that expensive either.
I mean, that whole corridor is pretty not too crazy to visit, like Bahama, Caribbean, right? Is that in the Caribbean?
I don't think no. That's
Costa
not
Rica,
correct.
that's more like South America.
That's more like actual South America. Yeah, it's like Colombia.
South America is an interesting place because it's
It's
like
a huge place.
it's huge, but it's interesting because like when you think of history and all that shit, right? Like world history, it's all confined to like
Oh, dude.
the European, Indo-Asia corridor. And you
Mhm.
don't really have this like rich South American like you do a little bit with like the Mayans and stuff.
It's
but-
very rare that you get
yeah.
the indigenous people story. Like,
Yeah,
even
exactly.
like where I'm from, right? I got Indian, Asian, and African slaves. We're actually slaves.
That's how you started. I thought you was about to do the
No,
bit.
I wasn't about to do that. Like that's a
There's
true.
bit
That's a
that
true
starts
thing.
exactly
Something
like
like
Yeah,
that.
that's a true thing. Like we're all like we're slaves from these countries. Like and
Yeah.
that's the most of the Caribbean is made up like that.
Yeah,
So you don't really get to see those indigenous people stories.
from
That's
the
why, like,
slave trade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's like a country like Brazil. You get more of their indigenous people. That's why they're so preserved.
But it goes. We've talked about this all. I
Yeah.
don't. All right. Okay. I have to tell you.
Go.
We're going off the deep end now,
Go.
where sometimes we get into some real nerdy shit.
Go.
What's your
Go for
nerd
it.
level?
I could tolerate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the answer. I feel like that's the answer I would get. No, like we're just bringing up the idea of like old civilizations and like where human history technically starts and doesn't start, and like when they talk about Atlantis or like
So the evolution of
like even the evolution of man or these different ideas of where our origin comes from. I think both of us believe that there have been endless civilizations that have been destroyed and forgotten about and built up. They think the Sumerians are like the first civilization, like popular science now, but there could have been who knows how many before that.
Who knows how many times Earth has been unplugged and plugged back in?
Or another theory, we've come from Mars. So eventually Mars was once like Earth. Because of nuclear war, solar flares, whatever happened, that civilization had to leave and they came to this other rock. And it's like, eventually we could flip flop again. Sorry, are we boring you right now?
Not at
okay.
all.
No, but this brings me to my next question.
That's great.
It brings me to my real question now. Do you believe in aliens?
I do not believe in aliens.
That's
open,
a weird way to answer that question.
I'm open to anything. I'm open to anything. I would never say a hard no or a hard yes.
So she's like me. She's basically like, I understand the possibility of it. If it existed and made sense. If it didn't
show me
exist,
an alien and it prove it, I'll believe
like,
it.
oh yeah, I knew you were here.
What about ghosts?
I believe in ghosts.
See how more
probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think things of the past, like say like the ghosts of like
Christmas past?
Of like the ghosts of like the Native Americans, do you think they're haunting America? Do you think that's possible?
Jeez, what type of question was that?
That was very specific.
The Redskins are playing right now.
Right.
The Commanders.
That was very specific.
The Commanders.
I was just saying, like, all right, so like, say, like, do you think spirits from the past can come back and fuck with the future? Like, so, like, if somebody was done an injustice way back when, can that fuck with today?
I think that's called maybe karma. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but does it go that far?
I don't know. That's a good. I need to think about that.
All right, he's saying like if someone gets murdered, right?
Like so
do you have their soul that comes back to like?
Can the house be haunted? Like if somebody gets murdered in a house and like you decide to like, okay, I murdered him, I got away with it, I'm building this house. Can we
follow the murderer?
No.
Do
you think that a spirit could haunt that house?
Can that house be possessed like by that spirit from like 100 years ago?
Well, I think it's possible, right?
Yeah, they make a lot of movies about this shit.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I'm interested because it seems like with aliens and ghosts, you don't have a strong deniability, but you also are like, yeah, maybe.
Yo, I never thought about this.
So you have a very open mind.
Yes.
That's
the only thing that's open about me. As my husband always reminds me, sorry. Just had to throw that in. That's for you, babe.
The PSA.
What if Earth was once inhabited by a bunch of aliens?
Dude. She's just gonna be like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's possible. That's what I'm saying. We got to dig deeper because she's gonna believe any scenario you throw out there. What you got to ask specifically is like this: have you or anybody you know, family, had experiences of the supernatural?
Ooh.
You.
Not personally.
Okay, so now we're talking.
Here we go.
Because usually someone got something. So you're very neutral about the supernatural. Do you believe in like purpose and spirit and destiny?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, see?
Yes.
I'm peeling away the layers.
Yes.
You see how I'm methodically doing this right now?
Yes.
Okay, so
I feel like I'm being hypnotized.
It's working on me too.
Right.
Brandon Cosby put something in your drink.
Flick the lights.
So destiny, do you believe with this purpose, where does that come from? Is that a divinity? Is that a godlike structure? Is that something that your story is already written? Like, what are your thoughts on like your path?
Ooh.
The path that Laura is going and what brought even us here to talk, you know? Like, do you think about that? No.
Not deep.
Yeah.
But I think that
you're going to now.
Yeah, I think I mean, I lead my own path. I think maybe somehow certain things I might be pushed in one direction or a different direction than I thought. But I love the journey I'm on so far. I can't wait to see what's next.
I think that's a good way to look at it, because people always talk about the destination versus the journey. Like even the stand up, it's like I don't care where we end up with it. It's just fun while it is.
And that's how
today's fun.
Today's
You know, there's think of the idea of a possibility about 40 years from now, you know, when wherever we're at in life, or whatever pedestal or level we've reached, if any higher than we're at right now, you can go back to give a hoot and be there like, damn, you know, this is where we were. You have certain auras and energies there.
Yeah.
Sorry. I might have smoked too much before this. I'm taking this off the Laura's like, these motherfuckers high as shit. What the hell are they talking to me about?
I don't know how you guys do that when they get on stage. I'm like, what? I could never do that.
Honestly, like the first time, this is funny as shit. So one time I got really, really high at my house before we even got to give a hoot, and Amir was sitting there worried, like he's talking to everybody. He's like, "Yo, I think it's just about to. I don't know." I go up there and have one of my best sets. He's like, "That's what he has to do."
Right? Yeah.
It definitely made you loose. I know what night you're talking about. For me, I feel like right now at the point I'm at, I still have to have a drink, maybe a cigarette just beforehand, just to take off the nerves.
Yeah.
But I don't think the nerves never end, even at the highest level. Because think about, the most we perform, maybe 70, 80 people. Imagine doing thousands.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no way you're not going to feel.
I've seen other people that's been doing it for a while. Like, I know, for example, some people, they don't even say a word to anybody until they finish their set.
Because you got to be so dialed in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he literally was sitting there, like, I know he's cool. I'm like, yo, was he all right? Like, next thing you know, he did, like, as soon as the set is over, he won't say a word to nobody.
Imagine doing an hour. But that's why people say it takes years to develop, right?
And he's somebody that's been doing it for years.
People work on the same bit for years before it sees a special, before it sees, you know.
Yeah.
Everything.
Is that where you guys think you want to go? Like, do you want to pursue this to get to a level like that?
If it happens, if the opportunities present itself, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just taking whatever is falling into place.
For me, like you said about vomiting figuratively on stage, you know, I think that for me it's the same way, because we all deal with some stuff one way or another, and that's why a lot of comedians are fucked up, you know, mentally, and we get to go up there and out of our narcissism and our free therapy, we get to just talk about our lives, and something that might even really truly be bothering us, we find a way to make it funny and express it in a different way. That's why it is art, because like a musician or a painter, we get to paint what we're feeling and express ourselves.
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, it's such a unique thing. Like, I mean, like, all right, I'm gonna say something crazy again.
Oh, shit.
Like, all right, so, like, where else can I go and say something about 9/11 and it'd be funny?
Right.
And, like, I get the whole room laughing when I say
Dude, the question is, where can you not go?
That's what I'm saying. And then in other situations, that's such a serious topic. Like, you can go in there and, like, I mean, there's people talking about, obviously some jokes, like, you really got to be
I said the 9/11 joke at Cellar this past weekend. It didn't go well.
It didn't?
No, because everyone dressed up and me and
Was
Amir.
it too soon?
That was going to be my tag.
Because it was Halloween?
Yeah, because it was on Halloween and everyone dressed up except me and Amir. When I got on stage, I said, "Oh, it's Pilot 1 and Pilot 2." Everyone was like,
I think that's funny.
And I said, "Don't worry, guys, you're safe." So, yeah, no, you're right. But I mean, because of the way we look, we can say something like that and get away with it.
Yeah.
Because of the way you look, you can say certain things when you go up there and say about yourself and your life.
Right.
No one can say nothing about it.
Right.
You know, and that's why I was talking to this about with my fiance last night. You know who I love? Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, the
little black dude,
the midget.
not the other
Howard Stern one.
Yeah, Howard Stern, Beetlejuice, right? People like him are so free with how they are and what they say and how they live their life, and because of where the vessel it comes out of, no one can say anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No one. Who's going to cancel little Beetlejuice?
Right.
He could say whatever he wants. And what is anyone going to say? And I mean, we don't have all the way there, but I think it's us speaking about things that might seem dark or be controversial. I think we get away with it. you say wild shit on stage all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's funny because the week before I go on, I don't know when, my mom always texts me. She goes, "Are you going on tonight?" Because she's very PC correct. My mother is. She's a.
Has she come?
That's interesting.
No, she lives in New York. She's the best thing in the entire world. She's like a.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a activist. She does everything. She does good for the world. But she'll say, "Okay, remember, if you go on tonight, don't do this, don't say this." She'll tell me what's current and not to cross a line. So I do respect that. And I usually listen. I ask her some jokes. Yeah.
Can you get that list from her and give it to
to
me?
you. Yes.
So we can
Then I'm going to know, okay,
Yes.
this is topic 1, topic 2, topic
Yeah,
3.
oh yeah.
This is what. Yeah, this is
That's the list we're going to use.
Yes. Yes. So,
These are the things we
Hold
need.
on,
to
Amir
talk about.
Gorjafard is calling.
Oh, let's go.
Amir.
He makes another appearance.
Amir Gorjafard, you're live on Did You Order? Laura Williams is the guest. Do you have anything? Do you have anything you would like to say to Laura Williams? Real quick?
Hello, Amir.
Hi,
What's up,
Amir.
Laura? Oh shit! I keep forgetting Sundays you do podcasts.
No worries. Is that you okay?
Yeah, I'm just smoking an L outside Panera Bread, waiting for a sandwich.
Laura was telling us that she's seen you a few weeks ago. You looked adorable
At Trader Joe's.
and
Oh yeah, Laura, it was awesome. Yeah, it was nice to see her.
Yeah,
He finally remembered who she is.
Right now,
all right, you should feel grateful because we often put him on speakerphone and
Yeah.
he doesn't
No clue.
remember any of the guests.
Yeah.
He remembered you, Laura.
Well, he say it's okay.
She got a sweet energy, man. It warms you up a little bit, like a sweater.
It's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweater
Dude,
weather.
Amir, thank you. I love you. I'll call you in 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. I'm Spacehead. Much love, y'all.
All right,
Bye,
love
Amir.
you. Bye.
He's
He's the
waiting for a
best.
sandwich outside of Panera, is what he said.
Yeah. He's often doing something out front of an establishment. Yeah. It's usually, I called him 2 weeks ago. I was like, "Hey, man, you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm smoking a cigarette hungover with the 5 o'clock shadow in front of Wegmans right now." I was like, that's when I know he's safe.
Now, did you meet him through the same
Yeah.
kind of circle too?
It's
You all
funny.
started.
I was actually thinking about it the other day. The first interaction Ish and Amir ever had. I don't even know if you exactly remember.
Oh, I remember that shit.
So the first time, even the interaction they ever had, it was the first time he just got off stage, right?
At Give a Hoot?
At Give a Hoot. It
Okay.
was his first set ever, first 5 minutes ever. Got off stage. He's feeling high. He's sitting down now. He's kind of sitting there. He was having a talk with his friend about just getting off stage. He's up now. He doesn't realize it. He's talking during Amir's set, right? So Amir, he's kind of doing something. He's like, "Hey, what y'all talking about?" And he looks at Amir and says, "Hey, I'm the last person you want to talk to right now." And Amir says, "Oh shit, okay, I'm just gonna look straight." And then after that, we literally became best friends with
That's
Amir.
so great. That's great.
He's a sweetheart.
He really
he's
is.
like one of the
All
best
you guys
people we
are
know.
great,
He's
yeah.
he's a big engine of why we continue to do comedy.
Good.
Like when we met him that first week, he was detoxing off alcohol. We all went to the woods and took mushrooms and sweated out all the
Good.
toxins.
Great.
And it was like
Love
a
it.
reforming moment for
Good.
all of us. And it was
Rebirth.
like a
Good,
very
yes.
foundation setting point. And then from
Good.
there, we've just been hitting mics.
Good.
Like we bumped heads in the beginning, all of us, each other, and I feel like that's what makes the best friends. It's like when you
Absolutely.
do that stuff in the beginning,
working it out,
and you
yep.
realize who's in your corner and
Yes,
who's with you,
yep.
and then everything from there is like, okay,
It just
we
ironed
know
out,
where
yeah.
everyone's at. We know
Good.
we could trust each other.
Good.
We're just like,
Oh, that's
We can just
sweet.
be honest with each other all the time.
That's
so.
sweet.
Remy though.
Remy?
No, I'm joking, Remy. Big bitch, I love you, but they all love you too. You see the energy that you know.
Yeah.
Amir remembered you. I think that out of everyone that we meet, there's a certain kind of gravitational pull that everyone has to each other of
Right. I think,
like
yeah. there's
energy.
yes.
And I think that's where we got from you. And is that something like we have like 15 minutes left? I want to go. We talked about a lot, but like what as a young Laura made you like the way you are? New York? Did New York mold Laura?
That's a good question.
I think because I grew up in a not well diverse area, my parents always brought me into the city. They opened up my eyes to a lot of things that
Okay,
we, you
so
know,
your
like,
mom was the one that was pushing you to.
And
to
both my parents are
encourage
Well,
you.
she
very-
said her mom is very PC,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
we're painting a picture.
but no, I mean, rallies. I mean, my mother's a social justice. I mean, an
Nice.
advocate. You know,
My fiance is the
gets
same way.
arrested, calls me from jail.
She's
she's
a
a
White
rebel.
Panther.
She goes in.
Oh yeah, she goes in hard.
Yeah.
She's somewhere right now for on the corner somewhere in New York.
Whoa,
oh yeah,
whoa,
it's
whoa.
every
Whoa.
not 42nd
Okay.
Street.
Okay. Hold on. Is that where
Yeah.
the Christmas store? Is that where Santa was
Yeah.
on 42nd?
Second Street.
Is that where the hoes are? Is that what you're saying?
Mm,
Ho ho ho!
exactly.
That's awesome though that your mom kind of,
Yeah,
That's
they
great.
exposed us to a lot when we didn't have it right where we were,
Mm.
and
Did you grow up rich?
uh,
Is that a PC
white
question for me to ask?
I mean, we lived in a very affluent area,
Mm.
but imagine Gaithersburg and Potomac.
Okay.
We were
Okay.
like the Gaithersburg, but they
Got
were saying, you know, you know,
I got
no. I mean, people. My parents were probably the only two parents in my neighborhood where both parents worked.
you.
So we saw two working parents. We kind of
You saw real
were
life.
raised privileged, but I was raised around privilege, if that makes
I got
sense.
you. I got you.
I feel like those.
So you were exposed to privilege, but you didn't actually get to experience it. Is that what you
Right.
said?
So,
Okay.
but you
Well,
got,
Yeah,
lumped
I
in.
get you.
But so I was exposed to all different races and all different genders and all at a very early age.
Because you seem very personable in the fact that you could talk to anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
it makes sense, and that's why I asked that.
Yeah.
You have a
That goes
That's
back
why
to
I
that unique voice thing that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because you have comedy that's relatable,
You have a presence.
relatable to a lot of different people, not just one set of people. So,
Well, I think that good people attract good people, right?
Mm,
So I feel like I have really good energy, and I think you
Okay.
guys all have good. And I think
Aw,
that
thank you.
attracts, you know, because there's some people that probably I come on too strong, and that they can't receive it, which I'm good with because I know I'm a lot, you know. But you know, you're able to take it, you give it to. I think it kind of.
Yeah, no, I think that it's all about vibrations.
Yeah.
And that's kind of going back to the destiny and the path and the way we're on right now. I mean, me and Ish, so we were telling you beforehand, me and Ish before this, we were just two guys who would smoke a lot of pot together. We really wasn't doing nothing else. And now somehow we're here doing stand up, having these
Yeah.
cool conversations
Yeah,
with
which is
you. I mean,
great.
we would have never met you
Yeah.
if it wasn't for that.
And that's why I love doing new things. I worked in the county for so long, but every 2 years I changed positions
Yeah.
because
Well-
I like to meet new people.
Well, let's have this kind of final question, because with you saying you change positions every 2 years and kind of this revolving door of Laura's rebranding, you know, where does comedy stand for you? Because you asked us, what is our goal? What is the end game for Laura, if any, or is it the journey for you as well?
Yeah, it's week by week, like day
Mhm.
by day, right? Once I feel like this isn't fun anymore and
Mhm.
it's more of a job.
Yeah.
I see it right now just being exactly what I'm doing,
Yeah.
staying local, meeting new people, getting out.
But I think if you continued to do it, just, you know, obviously there's no guarantee, but if someone was to stick at something for a while, like if we continued to do this for a few years, you know, you never know where you might end up.
You never know.
So I think you're the same with us, where you wouldn't say no.
Oh,
if,
no.
you know, the opportunity
Oh,
arose.
I say no. In fact, I say yes to everything. I've
Yeah.
said no, except my
Except
husband.
your husband,
sometimes,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that's,
I
I'm
know.
working on it. I'm working on it, babe. Working
What's
on
your
it.
husband's name? Can I ask that?
Scott.
Scott.
Hottie Scotty.
Hottie Scotty.
Scotty.
You
He's-
sexy bastard.
You've never met anyone in the world that has ever said anything unkind about this man.
Uh-huh.
Aw.
He is.
I haven't met him yet.
Oh, you will.
Do you bring him to Hoot?
No.
Why?
No,
Bring him
because
sometime.
I mean,
Scotty,
you
I'm
know,
summoning you. Come
I will. I will when the
drink,
time is right.
I'll give you a drink.
He
Drink on me.
comes a
Does he
couple
drink?
times. Yeah, he drinks.
Okay, I'll get you a drink.
He drinks. But
That would
he's-
mess up. He's like, oh, he's a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, no.
I would be like, all right, see you guys next episode.
He drinks. Yeah.
That's cool.
No, he's great. He's kind. Yeah, he's the best. So,
Man.
and they're all supportive. So,
You seem to have a good energy, a good flow. You seem like you're living the dream, Laura. You got your family with you; they're supporting you. You're healthy. You look great.
oh, thank you.
You're our first woman
I sure
ever
am. Yes.
on Did You
Wow.
Order?
Did you order?
And you're gonna come back, right?
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We'll see you definitely at Mike's coming up.
Yep.
I got I'm on November 18th. I'm in Frederick, or it's Friday, Saturday. November 18th. It's a Friday or Saturday. I should know
Okay.
that. God damn it. All right. Anyway, I'm performing live at an Uprising Comedy Showcase. Come see me there. Ish, you're back on Solly's possibly at the end of the month.
I haven't solidified anything yet, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
You might see us at
I think
Solly's.
so,
We'll let
yeah.
y'all know.
I think the day Amir's hosting, I might jump on there.
I think you're hosting a Cellar coming up soon. We'll have a
Yeah.
date for that. And Laura, this was thank you so much again.
Thank you guys so much.
coming.
Really,
Did you have
really,
fun?
I'm honored. Great time. You
Okay.
guys are amazing.
You're amazing.
You're
We'll see,
amazing.
Come
we'll
back.
see you at the mics.
See you at the mics.
All right, guys. Till next time.
See you.
Oh, plug what?
IGs.
IG. Oh, Laura, you on IG? Okay. You know where to find it. At Did You Order Podcast.
Yeah, did you order?
Did You Order? You'll find
I'll
me
like
and
get
Ish
you,
under there.
give my information.
We'll get Laura IG soon.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, start putting you got good shit.
I mean,
you got
it's-
to put up your clips. You do crowd
It's
work
just
too.
my personal one, you know? Nobody
I
wants
get
to
you,
see
yeah.
my shit.
All right, we'll be
All right.
back with the link for her OnlyFans. See you guys next time.